System information and event management, that's your visibility into all your systems, whatever you have in your environment. Computers, servers, phones, desk phones. Hard to imagine that your desk phone is a computer as well. We have cell phones, right? That's like the most powerful computer we never use for phone calls. And this is like a little circle how we categorized information technology and cybersecurity in 2 circles. Those are things we already mentioned. It's highlighted, and then as I go, I'm adding things. So network administration, hardware and software, and infrastructure solutions. So those are in IT, those are your infrastructure solutions, those are your foundational foundations, and then you build on with your network administration and hardware and software. This requires very careful and very, very good planning, because your foundation, how you start your business out and how you build is like building blocks, and you build your IT infrastructure, and you build on cybersecurity, and you have to have a plan. Like you draw out a blueprint for a house, you don't just like buy your supplies and start building a house. You have to plan first. That's cloud migration. Wow, everything's moving to the cloud, right? Who has still servers? Yeah? Are you planning on getting rid of them?
10 days.
10 days? Maybe 20. Or next year. I hear your pain. That you have to have an expert for sure. But your IT helps you with all that transfer. Data loss protection. Make sure you encrypt your hard drives, you have mobile device management, and proper IT disposal. If your company deals with highly sensitive information and you lose a device and it's not encrypted, someone steal a device and your data's not encrypted and they can use it. That's a big problem, especially if you have to have compliance and compliant with laws. Okay, client and side-to-side VPN. That's another thing I hear all the time. Oh, I have a VPN, hence I have secure communication and nothing else matters because that communication is secure and that is encrypted. Okay, what about the rest of it on this end and the rest of it on the other end? It's not. It's a half solution, I guess. Okay. Computer training and support. Do I have to explain this to anyone? Wireless and mobile computing. It's a lot more and more and more coming on that one. Wireless internet, how safe is that to connect? At a Starbucks, everybody knows. But have you thought about when you go to a hotel and hook up to the hotel Wi-Fi, what kind of problems can you run into? If you don't know, please ask an expert on that one. All your mobile devices and tablets and all of those are a risk. When it comes to that. Okay, cybersecurity now on the other side now. Governance and compliance. Big words. Right? Governance and compliance, very important. Helps guide the future by making sure security is part of the culture of an organization and ensuring all activities meet legal and regulatory requirements. There's more coming up on that one in another presentation. Then we have frameworks and standards. These are your roadmaps and blueprints for cybersecurity. Good thing to follow if you follow one of those for your organization to for better cybersecurity practices. And more about that at a later presentation as well. Then you have my favorite, vulnerability management. How many heard this term before? Vulnerability management? Okay, you guys, yes. So breaches begin with vulnerabilities, and cybersecurity finds them and works with IT to fix them. So those vulnerabilities, you have to find them, you have to look for them, and you have to have a thorough assessment for those. Then you have penetration testing. That's another scary word. What is that? Now that you found out your vulnerabilities, now actively exploiting it, and it's a simulated attack to get into your systems. Now that can be really get into your system, now you find out all your vulnerabilities. It's like a game, not a good one for you if they can. Cloud security. Well, we monitor, have you heard of impossible traveler? You cannot be in 2 places at once. 10 minutes ago you signed in at work, the 20 minutes later you're signing in Russia. Well, you're either a magician or someone else is trying to do that. And also cloud security, prevent like stealing usernames and passwords. That's your cloud security. They get your username and password, and if they get a hold of that and you have no other measures, it's easy to just log in any kind of environment like that. There's more about cloud security coming up, I'm guessing, on that one. Tabletop access times. Why do I need a tabletop access times? Well, you plan carefully all these cybersecurity implementations, and now you have to test it out. Does it work? Can I get in? And it's simply because you just cannot win communications at a cybersecurity incident. It's just gonna be chaos. Dark web monitoring, all the credentials get stolen by the hackers or whoever. They usually end up, if it's in a bulk, they can end up on a dark web, and cybersecurity can monitor that. We have data loss prevention and insider threat management. We don't think about insider threat management, but every time someone leaves a large company, organization, small, they take a lot of data with them. They can take your CRM, they can take client documentation, they can take a lot of things they're not supposed to. And how you prevent that? So insider threat management, cybersecurity helps you with that. Identity and access management. It's new. I'm going to keep the.
No, it's not that you're going to get kicked off. You're getting an opportunity to add some other things when we have our panel discussion.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
The main important thing is identity access management. Can you remember that?
Thank you.